Hi writers, it's our writing time, but before we begin, let's make sure we have everything we need for writing today. You're going to need some blank pieces of paper, a pencil, and some crayons. Pause the video to get your materials ready. Boys and girls, this year you have really grown as writers. You learned how to write stories about your life, make list books, write how-to and all about books, and write about your opinions. Great job. Today we're going to go back to writing small moment stories, writing stories about our life. I am so excited because I can't wait to read about everything you've been doing at home. So today, writers, I want to remind you how you can write stories about things that really happened to you. Small moment stories are stories about a moment in our lives. We know our stories have to have the main character in it, which is you. They have to have a setting and an action. And we know we have to tell our story in order from beginning to end. I want you to watch me as I think of a small moment story to write about that really happened to me. Okay, let me think. What am I going to write about today? So much has happened since we left school. I could write about playing in the pool because I do that a lot. Or I could write about how my sister and I made beautiful pictures with chalk in our neighborhood. That was so much fun, and our neighbors really liked seeing the beautiful pictures. Both stories happened to me. They're both real, but I really had fun drawing the pictures in my neighborhood, so I think I'm going to write about that one today. All right, so first, let me say how my story is going to go. One day, my sister and I were outside trying to find something to do. I looked over and I saw some chalk laying on the ground, and I had the idea that we should go draw pictures all up and down the sidewalk for our neighbors to see. We both got our chalk and we sat on the sidewalk and we drew beautiful pictures all up and down our street. The neighbors really liked it, and it made us all very happy. Okay, so now I'm ready to draw my story. All right, I have my paper. I'm gonna make a line across so I can put my pictures up here and my story down here. All right, so one day, that's right, my sister and I were outside. So I gotta draw me. My sister. That's right, we were outside trying to figure out what to do because we were so bored. So we were really thinking. So I'm going to kind of put my thinking face on. I'm going to put her thinking face on, and I'm going to add I'm going to put question marks up here because we were really thinking, what should we do? All right, so one day my sister and I were outside trying to think of something to do. Okay, next piece of paper. We were outside. Draw my line. And, oh, that's right. I looked over and I saw some chalk laying on the ground. And that's when I had my idea. Okay, so there's the chalk. Oh, I gotta draw me. Let's see. Oh, I was so excited for my idea. I'm gonna make my mouth open because I was so excited. I was shouting. I know what we can do with the chalk. All right. Then, that's right, we got on the sidewalk, outside, and then my sister and I were drawing all kinds of pretty pictures. there's the pretty, oh, I gotta make sure I add the characters. Me and my sister. All right, let me make sure I got my pictures. One day, my sister and I were outside trying to think of something to do. Then I looked over and I saw chalk laying on the ground and I got an idea. We can make pretty pictures. So my sister and I got the chalk and we made pretty pictures all up and down the sidewalk in our neighborhood, and it made everybody feel very happy. Writers, did you see what I did? I had to think of a story that happened to me, a small moment story. Then I had to draw my pictures across pages to tell my story. Later, I'm going to go back and label my story and add my sentences. Writers, now it's your turn to try. I want you to think about a story that's happened to you, your own small moment story. Picture the story in your head and then tell how the story will go to a family member. Family members, please pause the video now so that the student can tell you their story. Good job, writers. Now I want you to go off and write your story. I want you to first draw your pictures to tell how your story will go. You'll have about 10 minutes to work on your story. When you're done, I want you to come back to this video. We have more work to do. Welcome back, writers. Just like you, I was off working more on my story. I was working on adding some more pictures to tell my story. Now that we're back and we already drew our pictures across our pages, I want to share with you what we're going to do next. We are now ready to go back and add our labels and start writing our sentences. So now you're going to watch me go back to my story, add some labels, and start my sentences. All right, so let's see. Oh, there's my sister. I really should label her. My, that's an easy sight word. My sister. Oh, okay, sister's like a turtle word, so I don't know that one, so I should say it slow like a turtle and write the sounds I hear. Sis, is, sist, sister. My sister. Oh, and there's me. Oh, that's an easy one, M-E. Okay, so there's me, there's my sister, and let me think. Oh yeah, we were outside. Okay, that's a big tricky word, but I think I should label it because it's really important. That's where we were. Ow, out, out, outside, outside. All right, I have my labels, and now I'm ready to start my first sentence. So let me think how my story went. Let's see, that's right. Oh yeah, my sister and I were outside. My sister and I were outside. Let me count to see how many words that is. My sister and I were outside. Wow, that's a big sentence. 6 words. Okay, here I go. Oh, I can copy my labels. My, space, sister, my sister, and, oh, I know and, A-N-D, and. My sister and I. Oh, that's an easy one. I. My sister and I were. Were. Okay, that's a new word. Were. My sister and I were outside. Oh, all I gotta do is copy that label. Outside. Okay, let me go back and read my sentence. My sister and I were outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And let me end my sentence. Writers, did you see what I did? I used everything I knew about letters and their sounds to help me with my labels. I also used some words I know to help me write words quickly in my sentence. I added spaces between my words to make my writing even easier to read. Now, writers, it's your turn to go off and write some more. You are going to add labels and sentences to your story. I can't wait to read all of your stories. Remember, when you are done, to have a family member take a picture of your story or even a video of you reading your story to me. Happy writing!